NFL, where Dak Prescott is entering the final year of his rookie deal and is expected to sign a big new contract with the Cowboys any day now. A lot of people have questioned whether Dak is really worth $30 million plus per year he's likely to get, but Dak says he's not planning to take a hometown discount, explaining, quote, for somebody to say you can only take so much because of the salary cap, or you can only do this or that, I don't know how fair that is to say.
That's how he said it.
Because with gambling, with everything going on in this league, everything is going to continue to keep going up, 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 up. It's important for all these guys to get every bit of their worth. I want to see Zeke the highest paid. I want to see Amari the highest paid. I want to see myself be up there. All right, so Dak Prescott.
Dak used to be polished.
Yeah.
Articulate.
He got real gangster with it.
Stripped all that on it. Damn.
All right, is Dak's comments proof that contract negotiations between he and the Cowboys are going poorly?
Yes, absolute proof. If you listen carefully, two things you'll hear and pick up on. One, both sides are leaking oil right now. And both sides really, are hypersensitive to where this contract will land in the court of public opinion and its fan base. Stephen Jones started this gangster stuff. He started this right after the Super Bowl, coming out talking about Dak's contract in the media. You know why? Because he wanted to see where it was going to land. And then now Dak is forced to respond to do the negotiation outwardly because he wants, one, all the critics to understand, I hear y'all. I know what y'all saying. I'm not a $35 million quarterback. But damn it, it's appreciation. There's inflation. So appreciate me and my value and having the second most wins at my position since I entered the league. And what I've done in terms of leadership and building this team and done more, as you even said, than a Tony Romo at the time when he got paid in terms of divisional success and being a playoff quarterback. That said, you could just see that they both have rabbit ears. And it's a sad state. Because just pay the man and deal with the pressure and all the issues that come from it. But right now, they're trying to read all the tea leaves.
I definitely think that this is a PR stunt by Dak Prescott because clearly the talks aren't going well. You can tell he's trying to be politically correct because he wants to sit up there and say Zeke, Amari Cooper, they all deserve to be paid, up there in the league. And then also, it has a hint of disingenuous. That's how I see it because...
That's why I read it the way that I read it, but continue.
Because Dak Prescott would be a fool to take a team-friendly deal. But the Dallas Cowboys would be a fool to pay him top money, $30, $35 million a quarterback, simply because, and I think Dak knows this, if they pay him top money, they're not going to be able to pay Zeke what he's going to command. They're not going to be able to pay Amari Cooper. They're not even going to be able to pay Byron Jones what he's going to want when his contract comes up. And then guess what? Then you're left on a team that is dearth with talent. And now you got to bring it all on yourself as a quarterback, and he's not that type of quarterback. He's not a Tom Brady. He's not a Drew Brees. He's not a Ben Roethlisberger. So I think that, once again, you can definitely tell talks are not going well because you would have not seen this PR stunt that he tried to pull. And obviously, it's something that he thinks people can't see through. But it's too obvious for me.
Donations. We got past the collection plate over here. Damn, Stanford.
LeVar
We gonna get paid still.
I said it yesterday.
You know what? I'm done with that. I am done with that. That's all a bunch of haters. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business, and let's wake up the football gods. Boy, do we have a hell of a lot to talk about right now, tonight. It's been a busy day. I have been going since 6 o'clock this morning. I drove down the country, took care of some problems for some people, got that squared away, drove back home, cooked dinner because you guys saw me do it live because you guys asked for it. Yeah, I try to do everything I can to bring to you what you want. So I cooked some dinner, came down here, got the studio set up, made sure I caught up with everything, and shout out to Miss Jackie, to Emily, as well as my man Mark Sampson over in Europe because you guys are constantly sending me updates and things and helping me make sure that I stay up to date so that way we can spread it to all you in Cowboys Nation. Well, here we sit. 54 days, 23 hours, 15 minutes, and 12 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season. I'm excited. I'm happy, but I'm tired, man. I am sick and tired of this mess because, see, Jerry Jones, I love you, man. You know, we've run into each other a couple times. We shook some hands. You've said thank you very much for the money that I've spent on the Dallas Cowboys. You know, and if you want me to work for you, you know, have your people call my people. Oh, I keep forgetting. I don't have any people. Have some of your people call me. You know, I'll be there to help spread some mojo. Me and Joe Boo, you know, we'll work for some good rum. But, Jerry, I got to ask you this. Why does it always have to be this way? Every single big contract, it seems like it always goes the same way. You think back to every big contract. It's always where the Cowboys are trying to nickel and dime people and everything else, and then they trash people in the media. They get the whole fan base on two separate sides angry about it. You know, we all are fighting amongst ourselves about something that shouldn't be an issue. Nobody else is having this discussion ever. And in the end, what ends up happening, Jerry? We did this with DeMarcus Lawrence just a couple of months ago. We trashed him and said he's not a team player, he's greedy, wants to take a home team discount. You know? We thought we were going to pay him $19 million a year. And what the hell happens? You trash him. You delay it so he waits to get his shoulder done, and you end up paying him $21 what he asked for. And in the meantime, now you've got Cowboy fans that are saying, this guy's greedy. This guy should have had his shoulder worked on. You've created drama where there didn't need anything, and you give these asses a chink in the armor to start rusting. You give them fuel for the fire that just ends up building bigger and bigger and bigger. Why must it always be this way? And it wasn't just DeMarcus Lawrence. We have done this with everybody. You look what happened with Dez Bryant. Cowboys aren't paying Dez because they've got questions on whether or not he's the guy. And then you had guys out there, Adam Schefter and Mike Farello and stuff, saying there might be a tape out there of Dez Bryant that's 10 times worse than, what's his name, that was beating his fiance. And then all of a sudden they're bringing up stuff, well, you know, the police came to Dez Bryant's place, 6 times. And you ended up sculling his legacy and making him out to be a gangster that he really wasn't. And then what happened? You gave him a $68 million contract. Was that all necessary to get to that point? We did that with Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith, oh, we won the Super Bowl. Emmitt, no. We're going to get a team-friendly deal with Emmitt. And he sat his ass out, too. And then you found out, oh, we need that guy. We need that guy. And all of you, and see, Jay Becerra, thank you very much for that super chat. I hope I got your name right, but I probably butchered it. Because this is the kind of stuff that I'm getting from people. This is the way people actually things they believe, because they're not tuned into the subtleties. They don't go through and they don't watch a lot of game film. They don't look at other players around. They go to people like these idiots out there, and they think that the stuff that they're saying is true. This is how crazy this is. This is a comment that was left on my page. I'm going to leave the name out of here because this is just as stupid as it gets. If we go with one of our backup quarterbacks, well, damn, North Carolina's biggest Cowboy fan, thank you very, very, very much for that super chat. Holy shit! If we go with one of our backup quarterbacks, we can literally sign all of the other guys. Let Dak go. I like him, but he's not worth it. There won't be a big drop-off. Let's just go to the next man up. The team will be a whole lot stronger by keeping all the other studs. This is a team sport. Can I remind you guys about the 2015 season? Tramel, actually, I do have a PayPal. If you actually go to, I believe, the front page, my home site page on here on YouTube, there is the link for that. So if you want to, you can click on that or either on my website. But thank you very much. Do you guys remember 2015? Oh, wow. Well, damn. North Carolina's biggest fan, and damn, Dan Tedesco. Thank you very much. That's definitely going to be going in to help out getting some more stuff for our tailgate. It just got that much bigger. Thank you very much, North Carolina fan. I hope you're coming because you're definitely going to be taking some shots with Joe Boo. But here's the thing. Do you guys remember 2015? 2015, yeah. We actually needed that season. It actually was a good thing because it ended up bringing us to the quarterback that we had. But if you remember that season, and you know what? Hold up. I'll probably get hit on this, but wait. Hold up. We them boys. Hold up. Wait. Because this is, I'm gonna put this on. I don't care if this goes dark. It's because I put this up here from Miss Jackie. But you know what? I feel the need. It's been disabled by the owner. Well, Miss Jackie, I was trying to bring it. Damn. Let me try it again. Okay, hold up. Damn, Miss Jackie. So somebody must have stole it. Oops. All right, so it was a video. It was a great video Miss Jackie had shared with me about my quarterback, but apparently the talking heads probably got it cut. Because I was going back to my quarterback, Dak Prescott, whom it seems that so many people out there just think it's just straight garbage. And you don't want to pay that guy. It's okay to pay Jimmy Garoppolo. It's okay to pay Kirk Cousins. It's okay to pay Sam Bradford. But you cannot pay Dak. Because that team can't keep everybody. But it's funny because I did not hear them say that with Carson Wentz. Because it seems like to me, you may want to pay a really good backup quarterback because Carson Wentz doesn't seem to stay healthy. Am I wrong on that? And if you go back to that 2015 season, when we had the next man up, which was Brandon Whedon. And Brandon Whedon had more playing time than Mike White. Okay? And that was a fail. So we went out and we got Matt Castle. Matt Castle, who played for one of the greatest coaches in the NFL history, Bill Belichick. He had a winning season with New England. He went to Kansas City, had a winning season. He made a Pro Bowl. So we brought that guy up. And you know how many games he won? And I won't really say he won it. Because that was a field goal game. And that was a game that we should have lost if it wasn't for Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson running backwards with a lead from the 6-yard line, fumbling it, so we recovered it, kicked the field goal, and won the damn game. And we had Kellen Moore play. And they won one game. You honestly believe, buddy, do you honestly believe that we just take the next quarterback up and that everybody else is going to be fine? The team's going to be great? Come on, man. This is not... I want you to understand something here. Here's what's amazing. Because all of this crap that you're hearing right now is crap. Because I want you to think about the Philadelphia Eagles at the beginning of the league year. Okay? I want you to think about that for 1 minute. If you looked at where everybody's salary money was, The Eagles were $25 million under. Excuse me, over. They were in the worst cap situation in the NFL. The worst. We had 50. They had negative 25. Yet take a look at what they've done this offseason. Take a look. Take a look. Because they've already paid their quarterback. They've brought in more talent. And they still have room. Oh. So you're going to tell me that we had $75 million in cap space, and next year, right now, it's already projected to be over 75 for next year. That you can't find a way to sign, because there's all kinds of ways you can do these things. Understand that Russell Wilson's contract is costing him $25 million this year by the way they did it. Understand there's all kinds of little tricks and maneuvers. It's all accounting. You know, if we want $10 million tomorrow, just take a pen. Zach, here you go. It's $10 million guaranteed money off his contract. Not changing the contract. You're not adding any more money to it, but you're going to prorate that money throughout the life of the contract and take it off of this year's. Bam, you got $10 million. This thing is a fallacy that is created by the talking heads. You can't sign other people. That's bullshit. It's bullshit to have something to talk about to keep denigrating the quarterback, and all it's doing is dividing up the Cowboys. It doesn't happen anywhere else. And if you're going to tell me that the Dallas Cowboys have all these holes and they need to go ahead and penny pitch their quarterback, take a look at Aaron Rodgers' team. You don't think they have some holes? How about Big Ben's team? They just lost Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. You're telling me that Big Ben, hey, Big Ben, listen, man, buddy, you know, you've made a shitload of money with us. You really have. How about we do this? Big Ben, you know, we just had problems. We didn't want to pay Le'Veon Bell. We had to let him go because not enough money. You know, we had to let go. You know, we got rid of Antonio Brown because of the problems you guys had. We want to get some more players here in the mix because we know you don't have too many more years. You know, you've talked about retirement the last couple of years. Let's try and get together for one last go-round. Why don't you go ahead, you know, let's just make it $10 million this year. We'll take that extra $24 million, and we'll go ahead and get some great free agent talents to surround you so we can make a run. Because, you know, you want to finish your career with another ring, don't you? Right? If the logic is you can't pay Dak Prescott, then why isn't that discussion being done with, what was that done with Ben Roethlisberger? Seriously. You're telling me that their team's good. They don't need anybody else? They don't need anybody else on that team. And I look at the Dallas Cowboys roster right now, and I say, damn. It's not about a money issue of keeping these guys. It's we got too many goddamn guys. We have guys that we're going to cut that will be starting in the NFL this year. We have more talent on our defensive line since the 90s. Take a look. Take a look. We're going to let go some guys. They're going to be like, damn, how could we let that guy go? Because we got too many of them. We got right now, arguably, one of the best front sevens in football. And we can't keep them all. This whole thing is some bullshit created to have something to talk about during this silly season, and I'm sick of it. And Jerry Jones, this is on you. This is your fault because you've gone through with Stephen Jones. You know what? Why put it out in the media that we need you to take a team-friendly discount? Because this is the same crap that you always do to make the player out to be the bad guy. And you know, when the player can't hunt no more, when he can't play anymore, what do? Do you say, you know what? You took that home team discount, buddy. we're going to keep you on the team anyway and keep paying you. Hell no, you don't. You cut him. Bye. See you later. I know we had a contract, but you know what? Sorry, it's gone. So if you're a player knowing that the moment I can't perform, doesn't matter what was on paper, you can cut me and let me go. Why should I go ahead and say, let me be the only guy in the NFL taking a home team discount? Let me go ahead and work for you guys for free. Give me a break, man. He's already been the best value football player in the NFL. $600,000. And to make it even worse is the crap that he takes. This deal will get done. I have no doubts about it. But the damage will be done as always, and it just needs to stop. We don't have any other team in the NFL that does this thing, that negotiates in the public and just, it's a spectacle just to be a spectacle, I guess. It just doesn't make any sense. If your thing was to Dak, you go to Dak and say, hey, Dak, look, man, we want to pay you fair value and stuff, but you know what? We want to go ahead and get this thing, we want to get some, we got some players in mind we want to bring in. You talk between Dak and you about that. You don't put that stuff out in the public. You don't go through with DeMarcus Lawrence and say, oh, he's just being greedy. Well, look what he's done. Look what he's done. Do you think after 2016, after he had the suspension and 1 sack, that if he hadn't have the season that he had, that he would still be on the team? Do you really believe he would still be on the team? Because his ass would have been cut. Because that's the way it is. It's cutthroat with the NFL. So, no. Michael Mountain, thank you very much for the super chat. No. That's why you don't give a discount. They're not going to go ahead and pay you and say, hey, don't worry, you took a discount for you. We got you covered for a couple more years. Thank you very much again, Michael Mountain. Oh, sorry. Thank you very much, Michael Mountain. Okay, so that's what I got to say on that one. So let's just move on, because you can see I'm getting fired up, and I don't want to bring Cow Patty out. I don't want Cow Patty to come back out, because that gets to be ugly. Get me drunk for a week, and it will be 1 week away. It's less than a week away, man. I mean, sorry, it'll be less than a week away, because here it is, the 25th they go. Today is the 12th, so it's less than 2 weeks. So moving right along, we've got some people who are interested in coming back. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I forgot. There was one other point I had right here. Because I'm so sick and tired, and this is going to be one of those things that may end up screwing me over. But I do want to play this clip. Because this is Dak Prescott's, some of his throws down the field. Because all I hear is the accuracy issues. Because that, to me, looked like, I'm sorry, that looked like he was on the money right there. Did that look like it was a duck out there? Damn. Wow. Right over the shoulder? Right where the running back could catch it? Okay, now, I'll give you this one. This is a screen. But he knew the person that was open to get to. Let's see. Oh, looked it off. Boom. Left corner. Wow. That was right here in the hands, wasn't it? Oh, my goodness. He got away from J.J. Watt. Look, whoop, whoop, whoop. Outside, bam. Threw across his body. Damn. Looked the guy off. He seems to like that left corner. Oh, wow. Hit Michael Gallup wide open, galloping down the field. Again, another one with Zeke, but you know what? When you can get your offensive lineman out there, you know what? You throw that in there. See. Boom. In traffic. Wow. Interesting. Boom. What's interesting, because people will say, oh, he's a dink and dunker. You know how many crossing routes and routes like that Jerry Rice made from Joe Montana. They made a living off of that. Wow. Does that look like somebody who can't throw the ball has an accuracy problem? Boom. Is it? Huh. Getting away from pressure and able to find Blake Jarwin. Damn. Huh. But yet, here we hear, well, you don't know if you can trust. You don't know if you've seen enough about Dak. And 18 rushing touchdowns on top of that? And we know he can take a hit. Because Lord knows, we know he can take a hit from that Atlanta game. Happy Friday to you too, Blake. And let me give a shout out to William Taylor, North Carolina's biggest fan, who, oh my God, he's just blowing everybody away. Appreciate it so much with the Super Chats. Between now and the Redskin game, we are going to be getting our stuff together for that tailgate. So all the Super Chats and things are going to go through helping out and all that. As well as this weekend, we're going to be going to the CSA Show in Chantilly, Virginia. On Sunday, we'll be there between 10 and 4 o'clock. We've got some of the legends that'll be there. Tony Dorsett will be there. And I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what to get signed by Tony Dorsett. Because I've got my football guys up here. You know, I'm trying to decide if I should take this with me and get Tony Dorsett to sign himself. Or, over here in the top corner is a Converse shoe ad that I think Mark Sampson sent that to me. So it's like Converse. I mean, you guys remember Converse shoes? Yeah. Should I get him to sign that? Or should I get him to sign like a mini Joe Boo jersey? I just don't know. I just don't know what. I don't know what to get him to sign. Oh. Ed Too Tall Jones is going to be there. And I was hoping to get the Manster last year, but he didn't come. So I'm hoping he's supposed to be there this year. So Randy White, I mean, half man, half monster. Incredible. You know, and of course, Michael Gallup was supposed to be there, but Michael Gallup, I think, is going to Leighton Vander Esch is getting married this weekend. So shout out to you, Leighton Vander Esch. You're joining the rest of us married men. Yeah. But I bet one thing, though, about your wife. I bet your wife won't give you a hard time about watching football on Sunday, though, will she? Mad Dog 7676, you're going to be eating. Mad Dog? Hold on. Mad Dog 7676, ask Philly, watch my videos. Oh, my God. You know what? Oh, snap. I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. Mad Dog, shout out to Mad Dog 7676. I did actually see your video there. I threw up about midway through it, and then I started laughing because Daniel Jones. It's amazing to me because I haven't seen you guys since 2017. Because after the 2016 season, I got to tell you, man, you Giant fans, man, you guys were pumping the chest. Because, you know, there were guys out there like Sims that was calling you guys a Super Bowl favorite. Oh, my God. You got Brandon Marshall. You put him with Odell Beckham and Sterling Shepard with the two-time Super Bowl MVP, Eli. I mean, how are you going to stop them? How you going to stop them? And then we had that $250 million defense. And you know, the New York stinking Giants, they beat the Dallas Cowboys twice. They are going to be great. And all freaking summer long, you cockroach Giants fans kept coming in here just talking all this crap. Just talking. Your team's garbage. We beat you guys. I'm like, well, what'd you do in the playoffs? When Odell went down to Florida before, you know, and was out there and Green Bay with no shirt on outside, acting like, yeah, this don't bother me, and then didn't show up. But lo and behold, week 1 came around, and what happened? We kicked that ass. And all of a sudden, just like the cockroaches when the lights come on, those Giant fans scattered. And I haven't seen you guys since 2017. And so now I've got the second, not one, but the second New York stinking Giant fan. Oh, you admit that you're wrong about that? You know what? Don't feel bad. Mad Dog. Don't feel bad about that, because you know what? All the talking heads were wrong about that one. And I kept saying, because here's what I said, and this is true. And I'm not trying to act like I was right, but I kept saying, Brandon Marshall's getting kind of old, but that's not really what you need. I said, the problem is you got enough people to throw to. How about having some people to block for Eli Manning, because he don't move so fast. He can't get out of his own way. I like Brandon offensive line. And that offensive line has been pretty bad. And what's funny is that that you guys got Eric Flowers in Washington, and they're talking Eric Flowers up like, oh, it was just the speed in New York was the problem. You know, we look for him. He might be a starter. Eric Flowers? Okay. Stuart Morrison, thank you very much for the super chat. But Mad Dog, hit me up. Email me at cowboysmark94gmail. I definitely want to talk to you. Maybe we can do a Philly 500 conversation and stuff on the channel here. Because you know what? I understand. I love the debate. I hate the hate. Okay? I will trash your team. I will tell you that I hate the New York stinking Giants, but I can be cool with the New York Giant fan as long as he's not an asshole like some of those Eagle ones. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love to debate about what the teams are going to do. You know, so, you know, maybe we can get together and have a little conversation. Because, you know, at least you came in here and you came in here the right way. You came in talking and everything. You didn't come in here and tell me to stick Joe Boo up my rear end or anything like that. So I appreciate that. So maybe you're one of the good Giant fans. I appreciate that. But, you know, and last thing, I don't want to talk about Giants. This is a Cowboy channel. But I got to tell you, though, I think your team did the right thing by getting rid of Odell, by getting rid of Eric Flowers, by getting rid of Collins, and basically saying, you know what, let's start over. Let's get the quarterback of the future. Let's just start building. Let's get rid of the dead weight, because by the time we turn it around, Odell is going to have another hissy fit, okay? Landon Collins is going to be past his prime and things, and we'll be on to the next generation. Better to go ahead and cut, get as bad as you can this year, and try and get another high draft pick. Here, let me make it easy for you. Okay. Hold up. Let me see. Do I have it on here? Oh, no, I don't have it on there. Well, damn. Hold up. Okay, so let's pull that and see if that does the trick. That should be. There it is. CowboysMark94gmail.com. There you go. Ha! I got this shit working tonight now. Okay, so but that's what you guys are doing, which is smart. As opposed to the Washington Redskins. The Redskins are idiots because they're still trying to reach and grab and get your Case Keenums and get the giant trash, you know, the Eric Flowers and the Landon Collins and stuff like that, and figure out, we're close enough that if we keep adding some more parts like this, we'll be good. And unfortunately, just delaying. And that's what I like about what my Cowboys have done. As much as everybody has been talking about my quarterback and giving him a hard way to go, we have actually done some great things by building through the draft. Understand the problem that we have about paying everybody. Do you guys really? I want you to think, before everybody goes crazy, how are we going to pay everybody? The fact that we have people that you want to get to that next contract is what you want. You want to have some of the top players in the NFL and trying to figure out how to keep them. We have drafted so freaking well. DeMarcus Lawrence, Dak Prescott, Zeke Elliott, and making a trade that's been lights out for Amari Cooper. Are you kidding? If Mad Dog's still here, Mad Dog, would you like to have that problem? Would you be mad if that was your problem right now, that you had, players that are on the top of the league that you got to pay? Would that be a problem for the New York Giants right now? Because I don't think that that's going to be the case. Now, something that may be good news for Tyrone Crawford. Richie Incognito. And I know you're probably scratching your head and saying, why are you talking about Richie Incognito? Richie Incognito just got suspended for 2 games. 2 games. And this is what he did. Beyond the other stuff that happened in Miami. Beyond the stuff that's happened in Buffalo. Last year, he lost his father. I feel bad that he lost his father. He kind of lost it. He went to the funeral home, and he said he wanted them to cut his father's head off. And they were kind of like, we can't do that. And he said, if you don't do it, I got a truck full of guns out there, and I'll be back with them. And they called the police. The police came. They found out he had a truck full of guns, and they arrested him. So the NFL has suspended him for 2 games without pay for that. Okay. And that brings me to Malik. God. Damn. Having a brain fart. From Seattle, who also got suspended for 2 games. And what he ended up doing, he's a double offender here. First thing, he bought a truck that was worth $74,000 for $3,000. Let me say that again. Somebody comes up to you, hey man, I got a truck. It's brand new. It's loaded, man. Listen, give me 3 bills. $3,000, man. I'm gonna cut you a real good deal. Do you make that deal? Or do you say, man, that shit's hot. That shit is hotter than a $2 pistol, man. Do you honestly believe that you get away with that? That somebody isn't going to realize that a $74,000 truck is missing? So that's the first thing. And that's on the milder side. The second one was an assault, resisting arrest, and intoxicated while driving, got tased and arrested. He got 2 games. So if you're Tyrone Crawford and you see these 2 incidents, you got to say, you know what? I was just in a bar. Some little things got out of hand. I wasn't driving. I didn't have any weapons except for these guns. And it was just a few seconds scuffle. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got threatened. Well, I don't know if they didn't get threatened. Nobody got shot. Nobody got their head cut off. So if those 2 guys got 2 games, at the very worst, it can't be more than 1. Can it? Because you're talking about a guy who's a team captain. You're talking about a guy who's never gotten in any trouble whatsoever. Am I wrong? To me, that's good news for him. Because it seems like the NFL is trying to get away from what they were doing before with Zeke. You hear, I'll be surprised if Tyreek Hill is is 4 games. I'll be honest with you. I'll be surprised enough. Because now you're hearing all this stuff that's coming out where it's sounding like, oh, this is just a misunderstanding and everything. And I think it's a way that they're trying to back away from that situation. You saw Zeke Elliott. Zeke, oh, okay, Zeke, you told the truth. Okay, nothing. This is a different NFL. And it may be because next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the NFL and the NFLPA they're not going to wait until the deal's over at the end of next year. You're right, amateur. You're 100% right because, Rico Gather's got a game for a $50 fine that he paid for having some drug paraphernalia in his car, okay? So he probably had a couple of joints in there. Wasn't high. Wasn't driving, messed up or anything, didn't assault anybody, but he did get a game. So you may be right on that. But I think here's what we're looking at. The NFL came out today that, you know what? We'd like to have an 18-game season. But here's what we're going to do because we care. We care about the players. We care so much that no player will be able to play more than 16 regular season games. And that's what they want because that's 2 more weeks of football. Do you know how many millions of dollars that is for each and every team? So if you are an NFL owner, which one do you care about? Do you care about suspending a player or you care about getting some more money? Because they're going to sit down. They're going to negotiate. And the NFL, that's on their agenda. Listen, how do we get to 18 games? We can give you a little something. What do you want? DeMars? What you want, man? 18 games, man. 18 games. You know what? We'll expand the rosters a little bit. That means that's more players in your union. That's more dues for you. Weed? How about we just kind of brush that testing out? We'll just do away with that. How about that? That's a plus that you can take back to your players. Hey, guys. No more weed testing. Because what they did last time, here's what I'm going to tell you the NFL did. They do the bait and switch. What they did was they ended up having NFL players that were veterans that were doing part of the negotiation. And you know what they did? Hey, guys, we're going to shorten training camp. We're going to stop doing 2-a-days. You like that? Hey, no more tackling in practice. So the veterans are like, oh, man, because they don't want to go to training camp. They don't want to go out there 2-a-days and practice. And that's one of the things that got sold to the players. In the meantime, they slipped in. The commissioner's got more power and control over you guys. And we're going to go ahead and put in this rookie salary cap, which is the detriment of the veterans. Because here's the thing. You take a look now. You got the free agents that get paid big money the first couple of days. But look at all of the veteran players that were left out there that ended up getting chump change. Because now it's advantageous to go ahead and pay the rookies cheap. To go ahead and get this guy here who's going to play for 10% of what you're going to play. Yeah, he's young. He may stay healthy longer. But he's not paying a whole lot of money. And so that whole thing was a bad deal for the players. So you can look and see where the NFL wants that 18-game season. They're going to be giving some things to the NFLPA because it's all about the money. So that's where I think this may be the right timing for Randy Gregory. Because, see, here's the thing. Here's the little nugget. And you got to read between the lines. The little nugget that was put out there was, we've already agreed with the NFLPA to start doing a study about marijuana. That's the way that they're backing away. That's the nugget that they've already given the players. And for Randy Gregory, this is the perfect time to go in and put this stuff in here because you got the goodwill. You got Jerry Jones leading the way for the negotiations for the NFL. Robert Kraft did it the last time. It's Jerry Jones this time. So right now, if you are the other owners, you want Jerry Jones feeling good. You want the players to feel good. So what better way than to make the Players Association feel better is, hey, you know what? If Randy Gregory comes clean, comes up with a plan, so it looks like we are really trying to do something, maybe we'll go ahead and do something. Because here's what Randy Gregory has actually proposed. His parents coming from Michigan actually moving down here. And if you have somebody who's been in substance abuse or an addiction to stuff, the worst thing you can do is just lock them up or kick them out. Because the thing that drove them to their addiction, they can think about it all the time. The way you hopefully get somebody over it is therapy, to be around people that they care about or care about them, people to watch over them, to be there when they slip. And I can't think of a better place where you're going to get more therapy, you're going to have more people that care about you, more people that are going to watch and grab you when you start screwing up than being on an NFL football team, because your life is not your own once training camp starts until February. Hopefully February. So he's got that. He's gone through. Parents are coming in. They're putting in a whole plan of, here's what we plan on trying to do to stay on the straight path, okay? I'll be living with my parents. We'll be doing therapy. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing that, and everything else. We have the Dallas Cowboys that are on board. And I'm not asking about playing right off the bat. I'm asking about coming to training camp and being part of the team, because that's part of my therapy of getting better. And I know there's a lot of people that are out there that are saying, you know what, we need to just get rid. He's a drug addict. He's a crackhead. We just need to cut bait with him. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that always seems to be made up about Cowboys players. In the same way we think about Dak Prescott, he's greedy. Is he really the only person out there that wants to get paid? It's not like the rest of the quarterbacks all are getting paid down here, that they all said, you know what, I don't need to bump up the bottom of the stack. Nobody does. But we make it out like Dak Prescott, he's the only greedy player in the NFL. And here's the thing with my man Randy Gregory. He was dumb enough to get caught at the combine, so it made an example of him. But do you honestly believe that there's nobody else in the NFL that is smoking weed? Do you honestly believe that? Are you that naive? The man of the year already told you. Listen, I get tested one time a year. I know when it's going to be. I stop smoking a month before, let it get out my system, and then after the test, I'm good. I smoked it because it helped me deal with my situation, helped me make it through. So, more than likely, there's other Cowboy players, as there are Eagles and Giants and Redskins, that are out there smoking weed on a regular basis. They just know how to game the system. No, actually, Victor, you're looking at it the wrong way. Actually, because Chris Long came out with it, then it looks a little more accepted. But it's amazing how he didn't. Don't you see how he wasn't condemned? Wait a minute. You smoke how much weed? Let's think about this. We know Randy Gregory is tested on a weekly basis, right? Right? He's been busted 9 times in 4 years? 9 times in 4 years? I think that's about how it is, right? So we're talking about him getting caught like 3 times a year. So if Chris Long tells you, I stopped smoking the month before the test and I start smoking again, Chris Long is smoking more weed than Randy Gregory. Am I wrong on that? Do the math. I did a video last week looking at Latuda, which is, a medication that helps with bipolar. Randy Gregory's bipolar. Charles Haley is bipolar. Charles Haley has medication now that's helping him not want to kill you. It's changed his life. He didn't know that he had an issue. Randy Gregory has that same issue. If you look at the side effects from taking Latuda, you might be better off smoking crack. Everything from your heart exploding to suicide thoughts, heart disease, liver problems, spontaneous diarrhea, night sweats. I mean, there was like, I'm like, You know, I mean, when you smoke weed, I mean, I remember having munchies and giggling a lot, but I don't remember having, explosive diarrhea. So which is worse? And understand what these guys are doing on a regular basis for our entertainment that is making billions for the NFL. And that's the hypocrisy that's right there. We've seen Brett Favre addicted to painkillers. We see the opioid crisis throughout America. I ain't seen too many people that have, overdosed on weed. I may be wrong. Like I said, I'm old. I don't smoke weed and everything else. But I don't know too many people that have OD'd on weed. Yeah, and I actually have a funny story, but I can't tell that story about weed in college. And I never was much of a weed. So sorry, it just wasn't me. See, Knicks used to take Adderall. Okay. Would I blaze a bowl with Philly 500 if the Cowboys make it to the playoffs? I'll smoke a cigar. How about that? I didn't smoke much, Ivan. Very little. Like I said, it just didn't do it for me. I giggled too much. Giggled too much and ate too much. Well, here's the thing. And see, if they go to 18 games, that just kind of changes everything. Because now you look at team records, 18 games is kind of... Now, the personal ones, because it's only 16 games, you can still say, okay, running back it still only gets 16 games. But I remember when it went from 14 games to 16, it was kind of like, okay, so getting 1,000 yards isn't quite that hard, And when you looked at like what O.J. Simpson ran for 2,000 yards in 14 games, and somebody else has got 2 more, it was kind of like, kind of messed it up. And then now there's going to be all kinds of chess matches that you have to play with this, because if you're a team that's kind of there on the bubble, let's suppose it's week 16 and you need to win the next 2 games to make the playoffs. But your starting quarterback, he's played the first 16 games. What do you do? So let's say hypothetically, it's week 17. Dak's played the first 16 games, and we got to go to Mike White to lead the team? What? Because there's not enough good starting quarterbacks on the team. Much less now, every team's got to have another quarterback. Is going to have 2 quarterbacks that may end up having to play meaningful time. If it were me, okay. I think 18 games is too much. Well, then again, we're dying for football. If it were me, the thing that I would rather see is put in a second bye week. If you put in another bye week, even though my team is going to be off, I can guarantee you I'm going to still watch football. If you do that, you put in another bye week, instead of us just having too many damn games that are watered down and look like crap, and having Thursday night games that look like crap because guys are playing on Sunday, they got to heal up and try to get a practice and then travel and play on Thursday. What you do is, everybody plays on a Thursday night. They get a week off. Their bye week becomes that before that Thursday night game. That gives the players time to heal before they have to play that next game. It gives coaches a chance to put in a game plan. It means those guys are going to be rested. You'll have a better product on Thursday night. And what you can actually do is say, listen, because you're the NFL, you've got now an extra week of football, millions more dollars. You can turn around and say, you know what, we actually care about the players. We want to make sure that they're going to be able to perform on Thursday nights without their brains still scrambled from Sunday. And if you're going to play in England, you could then go ahead and say, you know what, every team that plays in England has a bye week before they go. They can go there to England for a week, be ambassadors for the NFL, Get used to the time change. Promote the game. Have a great game. Come on back. And that way you're getting more money. You're able to expand to Europe and go elsewhere. Can somebody say Kaepernick, backup quarterback is needed, 2-week preseason? Yeah, I mean, here's the reality with preseason. Okay, think about it. The first game, your starters might play a series or two. The last preseason game, none of your starters play. It's basically guys that are about to get cut. You end up playing half the second game with your starters. The third game, you play into the third quarter. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. I would rather see a longer training camp because, I'm sorry, 11 padded practices aren't enough. Because they don't do Tennessee drills, because they don't do tackling drills. That's the reason why we don't have good tackling anymore in the NFL. Pursuit angles. And why guys are launching their helmets because they don't have the skill. All they can think of is, I'm going to deliver a blow with my head as opposed to wrapping up somebody and taking him to the ground, which has led to more brain trauma. Well, here's the thing. Okay, but now we're on backup quarterbacks. Let me see, do I still have this here? This was going into this season, available backup quarterbacks. RG3, who's with Baltimore still, I think. Colin Kaepernick, which is, the Cowboys would never sign Colin Kaepernick. Nick Foles, who got $20 million to go to Jacksonville. Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's gone to Miami. Tyrod Taylor, I believe, has gone to Los Angeles. Josh McCown went to Arizona. Case Keenum went to the Redskins. Sam Bradford, I don't know if Sam Bradford has a job. You might be able to call Sam Bradford. He's a thief. I'm sorry. He should be locked up for all the money he's stolen from the NFL and ain't done shit. Brock Osweiler. I'll take Mike Whitehead over Brock Osweiler. Geno Smith. Ryan Tannehill. Mark Sanchez. Oh, we can get Butt Fumble back. A.J. McLaren. Blaine Gabbert. Josh Johnson. Matt Castle is still... He's still playing? Brandon Whedon. Oh, jeez. Jay Cutler is still available. Chase Daniels. Matt Schaub. Wow, is he still around? So these were all quarterbacks. Which one of those guys you want to bring in? At the detriment of losing somebody else on your team. Say an offensive lineman. Say a defensive tackle. Say a backup safety. I'm sorry. If Dak goes down, I don't know that any of those guys are going to do any better than what we had with Brandon Whedon and Matt Castle. Oh, they're on the list, aren't they? I'm sorry. They're just a bunch of bums. There's nobody out there that's going to be really like, okay, if Dak goes down, he can step in and he's going to win us some games. They could sign Romo. Oh, my God. I thought we were finally past Romo. But here's the thing, Big Carl. If the NFL has their way with the 18-game season, you're going to see guys like this having to play meaningful minutes in the NFL. If the players are only allowed to play 16 games, then that means your backup quarterback is going to play 2 for you. At least. I should coach football? Nah, I'm okay. I'm good being right back here behind here. Carson Wentz got injured in the second he reaches the field. Well, you know what? As much as we've all talked about it, it'll probably be that he doesn't get hurt this year. But you'll take John Vay? Okay. If you bring one of them in, you lose one of the garbage backup quarterbacks we already have. Yeah, I mean, right. So it's like garbage for garbage. But it's like, oh, I forgot. Johnny Manziel's out there. We could sign Johnny Manziel. There you go. So there's not. quarterbacks. This all goes back. We're actually at 10 o'clock already, but to me, this whole thing goes back to this whole thing that, you know what? Just let Dak go. Just let him go. We can draft another guy. It's easy. Teams do it every year. Or you don't need a quarterback. We have a great team around, so, we're good. Don't need it. And that, I have to tell you, is a bunch of crap. Because the reality is, if you want to win the Super Bowl, you need everything to go right for you. It's not about just having a great quarterback, because there's a lot of great quarterbacks that are out there right now that aren't winning Super Bowls. You have to have a quarterback with a running back, with wide receivers, an offensive line that can give you time. You need a defense that can stop the other team from scoring, that can get you the ball. You need coaches that know how to coach, that can call the right plays in the right situations. You need some luck. You need the ball to bounce your way. And you need a couple of breaks from time to time. You need all of those things to come together like it's a lottery ticket. Because winning the Super Bowl is like being struck by lightning twice. You need everything to go right. And it's not on just one guy. It's about the team. Is Paxton Lynch, oh my God. I'm going to have to go into bonus time here. Okay. Let's take the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos, with John Elway, Hall of Famer, two-time Super Bowl champion, have been trying to find a quarterback every freaking year. Clearly, a guy who's won Super Bowls should know how to find a quarterback. Brock Osweiler, they paid him like $70-some million for 1 year. And then they let him go. Then they brought him back. They had Case Keenum last year. They couldn't draft a quarterback, so they got Peyton Manning, which played great in the first Super Bowl. Second Super Bowl, it was kind of like, Peyton, just don't throw. Just don't throw, man. We got it. We know you're old. We dodged not one, but two bullets. Two bullets. Because Jerry Jones, he was looking at Carson Wentz, but he said, you know what, I don't want to trade up. It's too much draft capital to go get Carson Wentz. But they were interested in Paxton Lynch. And they were ready to pull the trigger on it. But Seattle wanted, the Cowboys offered their second and third, I think, or wait, which was it? Second and third or second and fourth? And the Cowboys said that was too much, and I think they settled for a second and a third. Or so, I can't remember, but it would have been, we just needed to give up either the third as opposed to the fourth to get him. And decided not to. Or no. Denver ended up giving up the third as opposed to the fourth. And they drafted Paxton Lynch. Didn't work out. So then the Cowboys got interested in Connor Cook. And the Raiders moved up and grabbed him just before we did. And thinking that we need to get a backup quarterback and things. And, we had Dak here. There's some things we liked about him. There's some things we liked about him. Okay, let's take him. We'll see what we have. We got Tony Romo next couple of years and things. And we'll see how that goes. And maybe, who knows? Maybe he'll be okay. But it wasn't what looking for. It was their third choice. Paxton Lynch never did shit. Connor Cook, I don't believe he ever even got on the field. Oops. Sorry. Victor, you messed me up there, buddy. Victor, you messed me up trying to go on there. If we had gotten that guy, this team would have been blown up. We would have started all over. And we wouldn't be here where we are at this moment. And that's what I talk about when I say that you need a lot of things to go right and you need some luck. As much as you guys trash the quarterback, say he's not that good, whatever you want to say, the damn Dallas Cowboys lucked the hell out. If you don't believe that, go through and look up the bust that they've had in Cleveland drafting for quarterbacks. Go look at the Arizona Cardinals and how many guys that they have tried to bring in to play quarterback. Look at the Denver Broncos. Look at the New York Jets. Because these guys, we've been spoiled. Because we've forgotten about all the stiffs that we had before Tony Romo. We had Tony Romo for about 10 years. And we all of a sudden roll from Tony Romo right to Dak Prescott. We don't understand anymore what it's like to have a whole bunch of bums year after year after year like the Washington Redskins. You just don't. And if the Dallas Cowboys are dumb enough to believe that they can just go out and find somebody else and let Dak walk, that would be the dumbest thing that they have ever done in their life. They always say the grass is always green on the other side until you get to the other side. I have to hunt for that clip of Stephen A. Smith knocking out Joe Boo. But I'll get that loaded for you in the future. But anyway, guys, we've actually been in overtime here for a while. And it's kind of late. It's been a long day, and I've got something else that I need to do here to put out before I go to bed. But I want to thank everybody for coming in. I want to thank the Super Chats. Oh, my God, North Carolina's biggest fan. Joe Boo is your biggest fan right now. I appreciate all the Super Chats. I appreciate all of you guys coming in here. Mad Dog, appreciates you showing up. Philly 500 did his version and rank in the NFC's quarterbacks and put Dak last. Oh, of course he did. Of course everybody puts Dak last. But that's okay, because you know what? Here's the funny thing about Dak Prescott. Dak doesn't seem to care what people think. The thing about Dak Prescott is nobody believed in him that said, you're our guy. But Dak Prescott, when he has gotten the opportunity, every single time, has shown and proved everybody wrong. From high school to college and now in the pros. Nobody thought he was ever going to be anything. So I put my faith and my belief in Dak Prescott because I believe you're going to be seeing him holding up that Lombardi trophy. So guys, girls, everybody, I will see you guys on Monday night. I'll also be seeing you Sunday from the Chantilly, the Dallas Expo CSA Show in Chantilly, Virginia. We're going to be having a ball, and we're getting closer and closer to this NFL season. But right now, it's time to turn out the lights because this party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.